Welcome back, trainers, and in this video we're going to be doing something pretty fun. We've done this before, but we're going to be doing it again. So what is going to happen is we're going to be keeping the same team throughout the entire video. That's going to be the Shadow Exeggutor, Crustle, and Toxicroak. But what we're going to be doing is going in with Exeggutor in the lead, and then swapping Exeggutor, putting it in the back, and then putting Crustle in the front. And we're going to keep doing that over and over again to see what kind of results we do get. And yeah, it's pretty interesting. So let's go ahead and take a look. Now, we did run into some pretty bad lag, and I'm actually going to show some of that. And a lot of you are saying you're making a compilation video. Well, I might get around to it, but it just frustrates me so much. I understand putting it together would be a good thing, but we'll just take a look at that here. So there might be some inconsistencies. I just removed them. Yeah, it wasn't super bad, but when it happened, it was horrible. So I was on my data. Just take note of that when it first occurred. Turned my Wi-Fi on, and then it was looking okay. All right, so let's see what we have for this match here. Pretty awesome. I've been enjoying this team, so that I'm going to continue to do it. I did do my battles later in the day because I did take care of some stuff, and it was incredible. We'll get into the commentary here. You're not going to want to miss my next video, guys. I hatched an incredible Pokemon. I can't even don't want to give away any sort of details. I'll say it's shiny, so it's something awesome. And something weird happened though. It was not just the fact that I hatched that, but also after I did hatch that, I did go plus 2 shinies, and then before I hatched it, I caught 2 more shinies go plus. So it's been a crazy shiny time. Anyways, into this battle here, starting it off with the Crustle. Up against the Alolan Muk. This isn't a horrible situation, but as you can see, it does hurt quite a bit. They're deciding to swap into their Tangrowth, which sounds good to me. I have a ton of energy built up here, and these are going to be doing super effective with these X-Scissors. So I'm just going to go ahead and stay into this fight because we do have the Toxicroak that can handle that Alolan Muk, so there's no need to swap right now. So we're going to go ahead and actually shield this up since we're about to get to another one here. And we're able to. Don't think I would have been able to farm down, maybe, but let's not risk it. We're going to go ahead and just take them out here, and we're at a 1-to-1 shield situation. This is perfect. I'm going to be going back in here with Muk. Now, the only concern that I did have was the fact that they're going to be able to farm me down quite a bit. I could have went for X-Scissor to do a little chip damage, but I didn't. Going in with the Toxicroak, they're swapping into their regular Exeggutor right away, so I'm going to go ahead and go into mine. We have that one shield. We're going to go ahead and shield up that Psychic. That would have hurt us still, even though we're going to be resisting it because we are Shadow, bringing us maybe even, I don't think it would have KO'd, but doing a ton of damage. Alright, so we're just going to go ahead and hit this Seed Bomb here and just do as much damage as we can. Unfortunately, they're going to be surviving with 1 HP here, so check this out. They don't hit any of them, and they want me to KO them first. So I realize this. I'm like, okay, so they swap, and I'm thinking, okay, they have the Tox or the Exeggutor, but it doesn't have any HP, so I don't really need to worry about it. In comes our Toxicroak here, and we're looking pretty good. This is going to do a ton of damage. And then the Exeggutor, it comes in, but we take it out before you can even see it. So awesome. Let's see what we do get when we do swap the teams around here. So let's go ahead and go in with the Exeggutor in the lead and the Crustle in the back, and check out the results. We're going to keep Toxicroak in the middle the entire time. So for some of these battles, I did not have it equipped as my best buddy. Then I eventually actually do that. So we're met with a Lapras here. It's not the best, right? I mean, we're going to get a shield potentially, but they're going to be doing a lot of damage with their Ice Shards since we are Shadow, doing super effective damage, getting that Seed Bomb off, getting a shield, and at this point, I'm just going to let it go down. There's no point in shielding it up. We're just going to go ahead and go in here with Toxicroak, and I do believe farm down and shield one of the Surfs. So we're going to be going for this one here, and they're deciding to swap into their Venusaur. So I'm thinking, let's go ahead and just get off this Sludge Bomb first and think about what we need to do here. Looks like I want to continue on, eat this, and then maybe swap after they do throw this. Yeah, exactly. Perfect. So these Smackdowns are going to be doing a lot of damage to it, as you can see here. We're just going to let this go through and just farm it all the way down, so we'll have energy on this thing. Getting a little bit low on both of our Pokemon, but let's see how this does play out here. If it was worth doing that. They got the Tangrowth. That is a really good situation, seeing that we do have a bunch of energy built up. Super effective damage here, and they're not necessarily going to be able to quick move us down, but they made a very nice swap here into their Lapras to absorb that, and we're going to just go ahead and let this go down here. They do have energy on the Tangrowth, so let's see what happens here. We don't really have too much on our Toxicroak. If they're able to get to 2 charge moves, we're done. So they're going for a Rock Slide. We shield it up, And we're able to get to a Sludge Bomb just in the nick of time here. Is this actually going to KO though? And it does take out that Tangrowth, taking the game very close there. So awesome. Thank you, Toxicroak. Always coming in clutch. One of my favorite Pokemon to use for sure too. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and go in with the Crustle and see what we can do here. So what is the point of this? I don't know, kind of to trip up the algorithm. As you can see, we're met with an Abomasnow, so this is a great lead. Looking fantastic. They're going to be swapping into Drifblim. Oh, yep. Okay, so this is the one where it lags. So clearly, you would have seen I would have... I mean, I can't call I would have won this, but we're looking very good. And it's not... I'm not saying that they cheated. They didn't. It's my connection here. Something went wrong. You know, it's the Go Battle League. So definitely not the player. It's just Go Battle League, right? Want to make that clear. So I just wait. I'm waiting. I'm thinking to myself, at this point, I'm probably done. And I'm tapping in the lower right corner, so kind of trying to hit the charge moves if I'm doing anything without noticing it, or if I can't personally see it. So that happens. Yeah, I mean, obviously it's not going to KO me, but they took me out. And hey, I don't blame them. Of course, they're going to keep attacking. That's what I would do too. It's Go Battle League. You have to just keep going because you never know what's happening on the other end. So yeah, unfortunately, that ruined our good run. As you're going to see here, I would have been able to go 5-0, but hey, lag happens. So there you go. So we're met with a Kingdra here. Dragon Breath digging in quite a bit. Do I decide to shield this up? We are going to, because we can get to another Seed Bomb. Do they want to double up on this Kingdra here? If they do, so be it. All right, they're deciding to let it go down. Fantastic. Going in with Empoleon. All right, now that's not the best situation because they're able to gain energy here and get to a potential Hydro Cannon or Drill Peck. There's the Drill Peck, super effective. They're swapping after they get it off. They're going into Dragonite, and we have the Crustle in the back, and they're like, yeah, you got me. But, you know, honestly, look at this. Check this out. If they would have just, you know, Dragonite would have went down, all of my charge moves on Crustle are not very effective too. Empoleon, it could have farmed me down because it's super effective. Potentially had 2 Drill Pecks ready to go, and Toxicroak would have been out of there. So you don't quit. I mean, I think that would have been a good close battle to see what would have happened. Maybe they just didn't care. They're like, meh, whatever. All right, so as you can see there, thanks to the laggy battle, we went 4-1. So into the next battle, we're going to be swapping into our Toxicroak for this Poliwrath here. It was funny, they kind of stood still for a minute. I wonder if they were thinking like, whoa, what should I do? But you're going to see how they play through this one here. So we're just going to be going for this Mud Bomb. Unfortunately, could have went for a Sludge Bomb, but I mean, hindsight is 20/20, right? So just going to go for another one of these, obviously, before they go for another charge move or farm me down. I think farm me down would have been it. Shield this up, but I guess they want to let it go down. They have another thing in store, exactly going with the thing that they were going to be weak to when you're about to take it out. So what am I going to counter it with now? It's going to be the Exeggutor, but you know, they have a super effective move here, and we're Shadow. This is going to do quite a bit of damage if they want to let it go through. Let's see. And they are going to be using that first shield and not able to get to another one. We're actually using our last shield here, okay, leaving us pretty vulnerable. The Confusions are actually going to be resisted on the Empoleon, but they're still doing so much damage because Confusion's so strong. They're going into their Venusaur, and I just systematically swap into Crustle here. So we're just going to go straight for a Rock Slide. I don't think this is looking too great for us here. Could I have done something different? Let's see here. Maybe undercharge this? I don't think... No, that wouldn't have really made much of a difference. They were about to get to a Vine Whip anyways, and they're going to be able to get to a Drill Peck here and take me out. So good game. I mean, that was a close one, and they even won it after staying still for a minute in the beginning. So good game there. Moving it on, we're going to be going in with the Shadow Exeggutor in the front now, and let's see what we're going to be met with. So this is fun to do. It kind of switches up the way you have to think about the battles, I suppose, even though you have the same 3 Pokemon. So we're met with a Togekiss. This isn't the best situation here, so just hoping to get a shield, and we do fantastic. We're just going to go down with the ship, unfortunately, and go in here with the Crustle and let whatever they do throw at us go through to preserve that shield, and just kind of hope Toxicroak is going to be able to deal with it. Seeing that that was their kind of fighter counter, I'm thinking, okay, once that thing is out of the way, Toxicroak can go to town here. Let's see. Already a decent matchup. Unfortunately, that's going to do a lot, so we're going to have to definitely shield it up. So I really like the matchup with my Toxicroak up against Escavalier because it's just doing so much with counter. Unfortunately, it is going to have two moves that are going to be potentially super effective. So they're bringing back the Togekiss. We're going for the Mud Bomb. They did not shield it up. We're able to farm it down. Let's go. In comes a Kingdra. We're going to be going for a Sludge Bomb here, expecting them to shield. Maybe I should have went for the Mud Bomb, but that's perfectly fine. Going with the Crustle, and we have energy. Going straight for that Rock Slide after getting off a quick move here. That's going to be doing a ton. And the Toxicroak should be able to finish it off with counter at this point. Or we're going to shield and finish it off with Smackdown. Let's see if we can do it. Oh, we're just going to get to the X-Scissor and finish it off. That's perfect as well. And we're going to be able to take the win. So, hey, looking good with this whole reverse Uno deal thing. Kind of a fun little strategy. So that's what we'll call it, reverse Uno, I suppose. So in with the Empoleon, don't like that. So we're going to be swapping into our Exeggutor. Kind of slow on the swap there. They were able to gain a decent amount of energy. They need to get off maybe like another waterfall to get to their Drill Peck. So they're going in with Glade, letting it go through. And I'm thinking, okay, that's cool, I suppose. We're going to go ahead and let this go through as well because we're just going to go back Toxicroak. We survive. They go for a Hydro Cannon. We survive. We're able to get to a Seed Bomb. They use a shield. That's pretty big that we're able to get a shield out of them there. Now, I could go for the Farm Down, but I'm going to go for the Mud Bomb here. So I'm either going to get a shield because they want to get off their energy, just like that. Beautiful. So now they're shieldless, and whatever in the back is going to be vulnerable. So getting ready for the swap. It's going to be a Toxicroak here. So Toxicroak is going to be good up against Crustle, but this is not a horrible situation here because we do have that Toxicroak with a shield left, and it is going to be resisting the fighting quite a bit, the counter at least. So the Rock Slide getting through, resisted, and still doing a lot. Smackdowns are adding up, able to bring it into the red. That's perfect. We're not going to be shielding any of that up. Going in with our own Toxicroak, pretty healthy, able to take it down, and we're just going to go straight for this Mud Bomb. Toxicroak again, taking the win for us at the end. Such a good Pokemon for sure. Love that I have it at Best Buddy and it's sitting at $24.99. Starting it off with the Exeggutor met with a Swampert. These leads are looking great with the reverse Uno strategy, folks. And they're deciding to stay in. When they do this, it kind of makes me wonder, do they have Sludge Wave? So they're going for a Hydro Cannon. They got my shield from that. That's unfortunate, but it is what it is. We're going to be going for a Seed Bomb here. This would obviously KO. They're letting it go through, bringing in a Charizard. So I'm thinking, okay, I'm just going to go for Psychic. Hopefully I can get the defense debuff, and then they're just going to have to farm me down. Or I'm just going to swap it to Toxicroak and hope they swap. Okay, that works too. All right, that's beautiful. Because we do have the Crustle in the back, and we're just going to be able to take them out, letting that go through. So at this point, we're going to be able to take that thing out. We don't need to shield this up, because Crustle is going to be able to take it out with Smackdowns. We're not able to get to that Mud Bomb. Almost. Going in with the Exeggutor, though. Okay. Letting them farm a little bit extra, taking out that Toxicroak. Going in with Crustle, don't have to worry about them having energy because it takes out Charizard before it even knew what was going on. Into the next battle, starting it off with Crustle, we're met with a Machamp. Love this lead as well. We're going to go ahead and swap into our Toxicroak, and they're deciding to stay in here. A lot of people are staying in with their Machamp when I swap into Toxicroak. I love that. Nothing is going to be very effective that they're going to be using here, so we're going to go ahead and go for our Mud Bomb. Let's see if they want to use a shield. They don't. And it's perfectly fine that you don't go for like a Sludge Bomb to just take them out instantly, because you're going to be able to gain energy afterwards just like this. Nobody used a shield. Beautiful. What are they going to bring in here, though? It's going to be a Muck. Okay. So that's interesting. They have something in the back that's very, very weak to Toxicroak if they're coming into this matchup here, or they're playing some really deep mind games. So we're going to go ahead and shield this up because we want to get off one more Mud Bomb because it is very threatening to it. And I feel comfortable doing that now. Alright, so we're going to have to swap here immediately. We still have a shield left, and they have a Magnezone in the back. Toxicroak would have absolutely demolished it, so yeah, that's why they went in with their Alolan Muck. You never see that too often into a Toxicroak. So what are we going to do here? Just let this go through because, yeah, I mean, they could go for the Wild Charge, but that's going to lower their defense. They're just going to keep going for the Mirror Shot, seeing that it is going to be doing a lot of super effective damage here. So in comes the Exeggutor, and I think the only gameplay is to just farm it down. Let this go through and hope they don't get to another one. They're going for a Wild Charge, and they have some more energy. I'm like, come on, with all this energy on the Magnezone, Mirror Shot, and in comes the Muck. I mean, I could have gotten off the charge, but I needed to build up to 2 because he had a shield. So good game. That was well played. Nice Magnezone in the end there. We're met with a Toxicroak, starting with the Shadow Exeggutor. Can't get any better than that. They're going into Snorlax, and we're going to be going right into our Toxicroak, and this is just butter. Perfect. Let's see how this plays out. Letting that Body Slam go through. and we're building up quite a bit of extra energy here. People don't really tend to shield up their Snorlaxes. I could go for the Sludge Bomb, but like we discussed, kind of like the other matchups, you're going to be able to come out with energy, and we're going to use a shield, but that's all right. At least we're going to be able to threaten something. So we're going to go straight for that Mud Bomb here onto that opposing Toxicroak. They're letting it go through. We're able to get to another one here. Are they going to let this go down? And they do. So they still have 2 shields, putting all their chips on their Lapras at the end here. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's see how this plays out. All right, so yeah, I'm just remembering this matchup here. We're going to go ahead and let this go through. They don't... Oh, they want to farm. Okay. I'm just trying to remember it. I think this is not the one I think it is. No, it's not. Okay. All right, so we go down. We still have a shield left. We have 2 Pokemon that are going to be able to do good up against it. Now, we're looking fantastic here. So they have quite a bit of energy built up. We're going to be able to let this Surf go through. Looking beautiful here. And I didn't need to go for Rock Slide. That really didn't. I just had to go for X Scissor. That was a little bit over the board there. All right, let's get into the next battle here. Starting it off with Exeggutor, met with an Ampharos. Yeah, we love this one here. So they are going to be swapping into Gengar, and I was like, whoa. Okay, I didn't really mean to do this, guys. Okay, but yeah, we're gonna let that first one go through. Just a Shadow Punch, so we're perfectly fine here. They're going to be shielding this up. That would have, yeah, probably taken them out. Gengar is pretty classy. Might have survived, barely. They're going for another Shadow Punch. So what are we going to do? I think we go with the Crustle. It's still going to be doing a lot. Yeah, that's perfect. And we're going to let this go through, hoping that they have a Sludge Wave or Sludge Bomb, and they're just going for another Shadow Punch. Perfect, because Poison is not very effective. They're going to be swapping into their Poliwrath, and we made a very slow swap, letting them gain a ton of energy. Not the best, because, you know, Ice Punch is going to do a lot to that Shadow Exeggutor. So they're letting it go through, holding on to 1 shield and holding on to 1 or 2 HP. Let's go. They're like, what, you're not going to... Let's go. I'm not going down without a fight, boy. In comes Gengar, and we get a little bit more energy. In comes the Ampharos, and we're going to go straight for this Seed Bomb here. And I'm assuming they're going to shield that up with their last shield. We have no more shields either. Let's see how this does play out. I don't really remember this one. So we're going to be swapping immediately and getting off this Rock Slide that we had built up. And it's not going to quite KO, but the Smackdowns... Oh, he has energy, but that's fine. This is not going to KO. We're going to be able to finish him off with Smackdown. Perfect. Thank you, Crustle. Looking great. So we should be starting this off with Crustle. Okay. And we're met with a Poliwrath. So we're going to have to get out of here and go into our Toxicroak. You know, Ice Punch is still going to do a decent amount of damage for neutral, but they can't really go for the Dynamic Punch because it is resisted. So they're going to be swapping into Scizor here, and this is fine. You know, Night Slash is not going to be doing very much damage. They can go for their Iron Head, but our Mud Bombs are actually doing a decent amount of damage to the Steel and Bug type. And they're letting all of this go through, and we're going to let this go through as well. And this is perfect. All right, it's not very effective. They got the boost right before they went down, and they're going back in here with their Poliwrath here. And I was thinking about shielding and going for a Sludge Bomb, but we're just going to go ahead and let it go down and go in here with our Exeggutor after they did get off that energy. And I'm assuming they have a little bit extra stored up, but they're swapping into their Lapras immediately, and we're going into our Crustle. So this is a decent situation. It's not the best because we're doing super effective with our Rock moves, but at the same time, they're doing super effective with the Surf that pretty much all Lapras do have, and 2 of those are going to take you out. So we're going to go ahead and shield up that first one here and going to get hit by another one. Should be able to do quite a bit of damage before we do get taken out. We might even be able to take them out here with an X-Scissor and a couple more Smackdowns. Let's see how this does go down, and able to take them out. Now, I was a little bit worried they're going to farm me here, so I had to swap immediately. Unfortunately, they do have this Ice Punch, and I feel like they have pretty much 2 ready to go. So let's see. There's 1, but nope, they didn't, and we're able to take them out. Looking good. So I think we were way in the clear. I don't know what I was talking about there. All right, so getting it. We have 3 wins there. All right, on to the next battle. And we're just going to run on through these folks, having fun with the reverse Uno. Let's go. All right, so we're going to be met with a Swampert. This is good. All right. That Shadow Exeggutor, they're deciding to stay in. Like I said before, when they do this, it kind of makes me believe that they have Sludge Wave. So we're just going to stay in here and actually shield this up. If they're shielding that up, they're like, no, I want to get off a charge. It's an Earthquake. That reveals to me that they do not have Sludge Wave, and they're going to be swapping into Excavalier. We're going to go right into our Toxicroak here, and yeah, have to use our last shield. That's not good. Now, I want to give the illusion that I have 2 ready to go, so they don't want to shield it up. Because I'm just going to hit back to back and they'll waste their shield. So that goes down, in comes the Swampert, and now we're going to be able to get off as many of these as we can, and counter damage is going to be adding up. We're going to have to get out that energy sooner or later because this Toxicroak is digging in. Alright, and this is going to KO unless they undertap here. Yep. And we can go back in here with our Exeggutor and farm down. And Earthquake, it's not a threat, it's not very effective. Hydro Cannon, you know, all of them are going to hurt, but still, we're looking fine. So they're swapping into a Tangrowth. We're going to be going right into our Crustle here. We have no more shields, so I think we'll be okay. Power Whip, yeah, it's doing a lot of damage, but they are shieldless, and we're going to be able to bring them low enough to potentially go in here with the Exeggutor and then just Confusion down. But yeah, we're perfectly fine here, so yeah, they're getting off that rock slide. We're just going to go in here with the Confusion and hit this immediately before they're potentially able to get off a Hydro Cannon, which would have KO'd us for sure. I think, yeah, it would have KO'd us with that Shadow Form. Alright, so there we go. Looking okay, guys. So if you do enjoy these videos, please give it a big thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, turn notifications on, and I'll be keeping you up to date on everything Pokemon Go and bringing you some more battles. Hope you enjoyed the Reverse Uno gameplay, and you guys be safe out there, and thanks for watching. Take care.